Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for joining us here on Wabash Catch TV this morning. My name is Bruce Dickey. My guest today, it's Tabitha Meador. She is the executive director of the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce, and we do appreciate Tabitha joining us today. We're going to talk about all kinds of things going on in Salem, as well as all over the place. Get you introduced to Tabitha and because I mean you're relatively new. There might be folks in Salem who don't know who you are.
There might be a few left.
Is that possible?
I don't know.
Well, you never know. You do never know. But we'll talk with Tabitha here in a bit. What's going on this gorgeous Wednesday? It is January 9th. It is a windy day. Going to be bright and shiny, but you might want to tie everything down. The wind's coming out of the west pretty hard. I think they were saying 30-mile-an-hour gusts today, so you might want to take 30 to 40. So you might want to keep an eye on your dog food and stuff like that. What's going on around the area? Well, in Salem today, they're having a big meeting of the Sons of the American Legion. That's tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. That's going to be at the American Legion, Post 128. And they do have this meeting monthly on the second Wednesday of each month. If you're wanting more details on that, contact Jim Beard. You can get a hold of him at 548-6735 or 780-5494. What else going on? Down in Fairfield today, there's a blood drive. The blood drive today from 11:30 to 5:30 at the Family Life Center of the Community of Christ Church. That's, of course, on Windsor Lane and Liniger Road down there. This is their big Donor-rama today, where they're having bowls of chili, and also door prizes will be awarded. If you have any questions, give them a call at the American Red Cross at 1-800-GIVE-LIFE. That's 800-GIVE-LIFE, or go online. I always tell everybody they need to go online for blood drives. Go to redcrossblood.org, redcrossblood.org, and it'll walk you through the whole thing. All right, I got to ask, are you a blood donor? Have you ever donated blood?
I have not.
Shame!
Not.
No, I'm just teasing.
I'd pass out, so
that's fine.
It's not a good
that's
thing.
what that happens to folks. That's okay. I have donated. I hesitate to brag, but I will. Let me hesitate a moment. All right, that's enough. 121 pints.
Good for you.
15 gallons of blood.
Nice.
I think I've said this on this show before, what my goal is, and I doubt I'll stop, but my goal is 15 and a half gallons.
That's impressive.
You know why?
I do not.
That's how much beer there is in a keg. So I figure once I've donated a keg of blood, I've done all I need to do to help.
You're done your due diligence. Yeah.
I've done my duty. I've done my duty. So yeah, check it out at redcrossblood.org. That's down in Fairfield today, 11:30 to 5:30. Also in Flora here today, they're having a Mennonite Cottage meeting. This will be at the Heritage Woods of Flora here tonight, 7 o'clock. And also down in Fairfield, the Animals Requesting Friends will be meeting tonight at DiMaggio's. That's at 6 p.m. and they're planning their big trivia contest coming up in March. So again, 6 p.m. at DiMaggio's if you're interested in Animals Requesting Friends or ARF. By golly, go out there, show up, say hi. They'll be able to talk to you. What's on Wabash tonight? All kinds of good TV, especially if you like basketball. Tons of basketball. I'll get to it in a second. It's the new season of You're the Worst, and I believe it's the fourth or fifth season, final season. That's on FXX channel. It's at 9 o'clock tonight. The Vikings are on again tonight. That's on the History Channel at 8 p.m. Modern Family on your local ABC station tonight. I think they've got a new show that's at 8 o'clock tonight. And the Project Runway All-Stars. Now, having known Tabitha here for like 30 seconds, I'm guessing you don't watch Project Runway. Which of those shows will you be more inclined to watch?
I don't watch a lot of television.
That's fine. That's okay.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that. Probably more inclined to watch the basketball.
Probably so.
That's what also we have coming up up all kinds of NCAA basketball tonight. If you're looking for basketball, this is the place to look. What your Wabash channels on Fox Sports 1, they have a doubleheader. That's your channel 610. 5:30 tonight, Georgetown's at Xavier. Butler is at Seton Hall at 7:30. That's Fox Sports 1. What else is on? SEC channel. That's channel 639 on your fiber. And that is Vanderbilt at Georgia and Florida at Arkansas. That's 7:30. So Vanderbilt at Georgia at 5:30. Florida at Arkansas at 7:30. You want the Big Ten? How about the Big Ten Network, channel 600? And that'll be Ohio State at Rutgers. That should be a blowout. And then Iowa is at Northwestern. That's at 8 o'clock at the Big Ten Network, channel 600. ESPN2 with a doubleheader tonight. Auburn is at Ole Miss. That is at 6 o'clock, followed by TCU at Kansas. And Kansas, I think, number 4 in the country right now, as they'll be playing TCU at 8 o'clock on ESPN2, channel 638. A triple header tonight on CBS Sports Network. Marquette plays at Creighton at 6, followed by UMass at St. Louis. My brother-in-law and my sister will be at that one. They'll have some fun, hopefully. And that's at 8 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. Also at 10 o'clock, San Jose State is at Nevada. Nevada, number 10 ranked in the country. Get a chance to look at Nevada and check out to make sure get your NCAA bracket picks ready to go here in a couple of months. That's on at 10 o'clock tonight, channel 628, CBS Sports Network. But wait, there's more. How can there be more college basketball? There's more.
There's more.
There's more.
There is more.
At 6 o'clock, it's another doubleheader on ESPNU. West Virginia is at Kansas State. Bruce Weber clinging to his job at Kansas State, and that's at 6 o'clock, channel 642. That'll be followed by the number 3 team in the country. I believe they're 3. Virginia is at Boston College at 8 o'clock tonight. That starts at 9 o'clock local out there in Boston, so that's getting kind of late. But that's on channel 642, ESPNU. In the NHL tonight, you're looking for some hockey. The Nashville Preds will be in Chicago. That's at 7 o'clock tonight on NBC Sports Network. That's your channel 216 for the hockey. Also basketball tonight, NBA action. A doubleheader on ESPN channel 601, starting out with the Milwaukee Bucks at the Houston Rockets. That's kind of a battle between the two current MVP favorites with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Is that right?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Giannis Antetokounmpo versus James Harden. Harden for the Rockets, the Greek Freak for Milwaukee. That's at 7 o'clock. Be followed by LeBron James and the Lakers taking on the Detroit Pistons at 9:30. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today, it's Tabitha Meador from the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce. We'll be back right after these. Stick around.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your antifreeze wipers and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you build with Morton Buildings, you build something that lasts. And now you can build for less during Building Value Days. If you're dreaming of a personal storage building, horse barn, farm storage, home, office, insulated workshop, or even a commercial facility, take advantage of our discounted pricing on new buildings now through February 28, 2019. So don't delay. Visit mortonbuildings.com for more information.
Mike's morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV over in Salem on Channel 3, here in Flora on Channel 25 or Channel 100, depending on whether you have fiber. My guest today, it is Tabitha Meador. She is the Executive Director of the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, Tabitha, you know, I've been sitting here doing a little pre-show. We've been working on we've been really doing a lot of the show prep, tons of show prep for the last several weeks, and I haven't asked you yet. How difficult is it to fill Leonard Ferguson's shoes? Or have you even tried?
It's one of those things that he was there a number of years, and I think I want to make it my own. Yeah. I can't replicate what he did, so I'm trying to make it my own and do maybe some different things, right or wrong. But I'm enjoying it.
Okay, now how long have you been working with the chamber?
Officially, yesterday was 100 days. So,
no kidding! Yeah, congratulations!
I keep track of a calendar, and just for my own purposes, had marked off 100 days to see how quickly it would go by.
Well, you're terrifically organized then to be able to do that.
I try to be, yeah.
Especially since she calls me yesterday to remind me of this show today. Thank you again so much. I feel so bad about that. I was supposed to send her an email, and I just dropped the ball. Tell everybody where you used to be and where you're from and all kind of family and all that business.
Well, I grew up in Salem. I actually live out in the country. I went to Raccoon Grade School, so I'm a country kid. Went to Salem Community High School. From there, McKendree College, and I've always, no matter where I've gone, I've always returned home to Salem. That's where I want to be, and I want to see it grow. So after college, even though I spent a year in Springfield, I came back and worked with Representative Cavaletto for the last 6 years. I was his legislative aide in the district, so I was working with the people of the 107th.
Okay, so you get out of college. What'd you go to college for?
I have a political science degree.
Okay, so that you intended to get into politics. I got to ask. We'll get to the chamber eventually. There's sure four things we're going to talk about here today. We may not talk about chamber business at all because she's fascinating. I love this. We're going to talk about Cuba. I can't wait. But so you leave college. Mm-hmm. Are you hired immediately, or when did you get into the political world?
It took a few years. I graduated in 2005. The next year, Mr. Cavaletto, as I called him then, as he was my high school principal, was running for state rep in 2006. So I volunteered on his campaign and spent, I think I had about 330 hours of volunteer time.
Wow.
I was living at the office.
That's like a sixth
stuffing
of a
envelopes.
year.
Yeah, it was a good portion.
2 months.
Yeah, but I had a blast doing it and learned a lot during that campaign. He unfortunately lost that race, so then I was still trying to find my way through. 2008, he was elected, and then I went to Springfield with an internship, the Illinois Legislative Staff Internship Program, where I worked at the House, at the Capitol, and spent a year there, and then it was 2012 before he brought me into his office.
The reason I ask, and the reason I'm getting all that out of the way, is because I was wondering this. I was asking that to ask this: is it what you expected? Is it anything when you're in college, when you're in high school? You must have thought about, this political stuff seems fun. I'm going to get into political science. I can use that degree, maybe get a law degree potentially, or get into politics. Does it seem at all? Or since you've been in it, is it at all like what you were expecting?
Oh, not at all.
Really?
Not at all. I wanted to be the figurehead from the get-go. Well, that didn't happen. You kind of have to pay your dues and learn the process.
The figurehead, meaning the candidate?
The candidate, yes.
You grew up wanting to be president? You still can.
President was never one of them that I wanted to be. I
wanted to be senator. I didn't want to be president. President looked like too much work.
There's some things that I want to do. I've always had my eyes on the Illinois Secretary of State.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesse White does such a good job, but he can't live forever, can he?
Somebody's going to have to replace him one of these days.
When you look at, and I'm not campaigning for anybody either way, and he's not running for anything, right? So I mean, Jesse White does a pretty good job with what he's got.
Right, right, and he's.
Okay. Then I have to ask, and I feel silly, but laboring the point, but. Who in their right mind grows up wanting to be the Secretary of the State of Illinois?
This goes back to, like I said, my dad, we ran a trucking company, and I remember going to the Secretary of State's office for licenses for his driver's license, whether for the actual license itself, or going to Springfield to pick up the plates. Yeah. And that office was always where I wanted to be.
That's the thing. You come from it with an outstandingly different perspective. I've been in the trucking business as well for about for 5 or 10 years, and people who don't drive trucks or don't know anything about the trucking business have no idea of the amount of licensing and the hoops that one has to jump through, do they?
But when I was a kid, and I don't know if it's the same process today, but we would have to plan a day to go to Springfield to stand in line for the license plates for the trucks. Yeah. And that was an all-day process.
So you're sitting there thinking during this all-day process, hey, I can make this more
I was paying attention. Yeah, I was paying attention. And that's one of the offices. So I never really wanted to be president. I wanted to be that person.
That's great. I love that. Okay, so I think I interrupted your answer. The differences from what you were expecting to what you found as a legislative aide.
So coming into the district office, I had been in Springfield for a year working at the State House, and that the hustle and bustle there, the game, it's very interesting, but I'm also a Southern Illinois kid. Yeah. And the argument is Chicago drives state government, and it does. And even me as a staff member was facing arguments that it was very frustrating. So I ended up coming back.
That's terrifically well put. She is a politician. Facing arguments. What was that? Facing arguments. The what?
They were just frustrating.
Frustrating. Okay, I get you.
So I came back home. It was an internship, so I was there for a year. Came back home, and Representative Cavaletto brought me into his office full time in 2012.
Okay. All right.
So the being in Springfield prepared me for the district office, and that's where I was meant to be to spend 6 years.
To help out.
Yes.
To help out. That's kind of. I've got a friend who was a lobbyist for several years, and he was astonished at what he saw in Springfield.
Yeah, it's eye-opening.
The deal making is just an astonishing thing, isn't it?
It's eye-opening what happens up there. Yeah.
People just don't understand, do they?
No.
We might talk a little bit more about that, but I don't know if we will, because that gets a little bit more on the seamier side than we'd probably like to go to today. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I've got Tabitha Meador here. She is the executive director of the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to get to that because I think probably the legislative background has to be a boon for that, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to play well into carrying over into the chamber business.
That's exactly right. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Tabitha and I will be right back right after these messages. Stick around.
When you build with Morton Buildings, you build something that lasts. And now you can build for less during Building Value Days. If you're dreaming of a personal storage building, horse barn, farm storage, home, office, insulated workshop, or even a commercial facility, take advantage of our discounted pricing on new buildings now through February 28, 2019. So don't delay. Visit mortonbuildings.com for more information.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. Clay County Hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Morning, folks. Welcome. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in. My guest today, it is Tabitha Meador. She is the Executive Director of the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce. Okay, now let's tie it back together before I entirely jump out.
Okay.
Okay. We talked about the legislative stuff. How will that help you as your Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I think it's going to transcend quite well, actually.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Between the contacts between the Illinois Chamber, between the legislators and legislation that could potentially be coming down this session, the contacts that I have and will be able to advocate for our chamber membership for, pro or con, either way. I think that's going to be beneficial to the businesses of Salem and Southern Illinois as well.
And I was going to say, for that matter, you're also coming in with a list of contacts of other businesses from outside the area that may, that you may be able to help guide to the I-57, I-50 or Route 50 corridor. Yeah. Now, as a member of as the executive director, did you automatically get a chair at the Route 50 meetings, the Route 50 corridor meetings?
They haven't met.
I was going to say, I didn't think they'd met for a while.
They haven't met for a while, but I'm sure that I will be invited to those meetings.
Invited and involved.
Probably so. Probably so. Yeah.
All right. Well, then, before we let's say what's coming. Do we have a bunch of new businesses? You've been there 3 months. You already have several new businesses here, right?
Well, we do actually.
That's great.
The Southern Gardens Shopping Center has been purchased and being remodeled by.
They're on the south side.
The south side.
Okay.
Where Sharon's Cafe is.
Yeah.
That whole building is being remodeled. Keith McNeil is working on that.
Kidding.
And
hey, that's a boon.
Yeah, they've already got 2 businesses. I believe 2 new businesses in there. We have a ribbon cutting coming up next Saturday, the 19th, for Go Gourmet. She's got.
What is Go Gourmet?
It's got a number of products like cheeses and sausages and dips.
Okay, it's not a restaurant.
It's kind of
a grocery store.
A grocery store, yeah, kind of a gourmet grocery store. And she's got. I've been in there a couple times, and she's got like. There's a wall of dips and teas. She's got a number of teas you can make. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
So we have a ribbon cutting coming up for her the 19th at 10 a.m.
And there's some vacant square footage out there.
There is. I know Keith's looking to fill those vacancies. He's got some other vendors, some other stores coming in the next few months. He's working with people, but that's going to revitalize the south side of Salem that we're excited for.
Well, you ought to be excited. Salem, I drive through. That's how I come into town, and you can see the differences whenever there are vital businesses there, as opposed to when the shopping center there has been. Not fully vacant, but it's been pretty close.
Pretty close for the last several years. Yeah.
Well, that's an outstanding development. What else is coming into town? Do you have a bunch of new other business on the horizon? I always ask this question. I talk to Chamber of Director officers all the time, from Flora, from Fairfield, from Olney, from Salem, and the development people. I always ask the same question. They always say, "I can't tell you."
I'm going to have to repeat their answer. I can't tell you. I think there's some exciting things coming to Salem that will help us.
Sometimes I can cajole it out of them, but I usually don't warn them first when I try to do that.
I don't think that's going to happen.
All right. So we can we figure that it. All right, I must ask then. How did we lose out on this whole Amazon campus thing?
Oh, I'm not even gonna venture a guess on that.
I'm just teasing. That would have been fun, though, right?
It would have been, but
that would have been okay. It was right there on the corridor. You'd had a good shot. Talking here today with Tabitha Meador. When we come back, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the big it's the home show coming up. It's actually the Community Home and Ag Expo. But we're going to talk about the home show. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce Dickey. That's Tabitha Meador. We'll be right back right after these messages. Stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you build with Morton Buildings, you build something that lasts. And now you can build for less during Building Value Days. If you're dreaming of a personal storage building, horse barn, farm storage, home, office, insulated workshop, or even a commercial facility, take advantage of our discounted pricing on new buildings now through February 28, 2019. So don't delay. Visit mortonbuildings.com for more information.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Welcome back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Tabitha Meador. She is the executive director of the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce. And, you know, we haven't mentioned it yet, but it's a big show coming up. Does this serve as more of a fundraiser for the chamber, or is it basically a chance to get the whole community involved?
It's basically to get the whole community involved. We have about 60, 70 vendors that come set up booths.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it takes up the whole gymnasium and cafeteria, as well as a side room. Plus, we have a couple vendors outside.
Oh, really?
So there's a number of places.
You're a Salem girl. How long ago did that quit being a school?
This is going, quit being a school. I don't know. I know my mom went to grade school there back in the late 50s.
The building's still in surprisingly good shape for as old as it is.
It is in remarkable shape. It's a great building to have in Salem. I don't know the history.
Let's tell everybody where it is and when it is.
It's
I
on
kind of skipped all that.
Oglesby Street, kind of on the north side of Salem. There's signs pointing to the community center. It is March 2nd and 3rd, the first weekend in March.
Are you still accepting vendors?
We have a wait list. What
Really?
I'm doing right now is the vendors from last year are confirming. They are sending in their confirmations to hold their space from last year if they so choose. That deadline is next Friday, the 18th.
What? Okay, now I hesitate to ask the next question. You may not know it, or Jenna may not want me to ask. Have we sent in? I know she already asked for volunteers. Has Wabash sent in?
I do not have a confirmation for that yet, unless it's in the mail today.
It may be. Okay, she's probably not watching right now. But if she is,
I'll mark that one down. Okay, yeah.
No, don't take my word. I don't know. She may. I don't know. We may not.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be there. I'm sure we'll be there.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun. It's a 2-day, and there are a ton of people that go through, aren't there?
Yeah, it's a great event. It's busy. Saturday is nonstop. Sunday we're trying to drive some more traffic to the event on Sunday, but it's also a nice, relaxing.
It was pretty good on Sunday when I was there last year on Sunday, and it was pretty solid. It was. Now you're right. Toward the end of the day, it's just like most shows. Toward the end of the day, it kind of slowed down a little bit, but
yeah. So we're looking. Like I said, next Friday is the deadline for the previous vendors to send in their applications. I already have a wait list of vendors that are hoping that they can have space.
Nice.
I'm hoping. I said.
Is there any place there that you could squeeze more vendors in, or is that a possibility? Are you full?
It's pretty tight.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
The map, I keep calling it my puzzle to put together because it's a pretty tight map.
Yeah.
The one side room could potentially be manipulated a little bit, but I don't want to. I don't want to
manipulate that side room much because that's where the chamber does your stuff.
Right.
That's kind of important for you, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We want to get our name out there and be available as a resource for the vendors.
All right. What are some of the things that folks can expect and look for at the Home and Ag Expo?
Well, it's any number of vendors for home improvement, such as construction, whether you need roofing issues, flooring. There's a number of flooring vendors that are going to be coming. Lions Club, I'm a member of our Lions Club, and we will be there with the spot camera, and then we're also doing an inclusive playground.
What's the spot camera?
That checks the vision.
Okay.
It's important for children to be able to see it. I did the test last year, but it's escaping me as to what it actually shows. But it can show if there's
spots,
vision.
I guess.
Yeah, vision issues with children.
Does it show spots? I don't know.
So the inclusive playground is also a big project that has been undertaken in Salem.
That got kicked off just last fall.
Just last fall.
Yeah. How's it going?
I think it's going well.
I was intending to contact some of those folks. I have them on, but I haven't had them on yet.
Oh, they'd be happy to come, I'm sure.
That's cool.
Like I said, I'm part of Lions Club, so I'll pass along that message.
Yeah, do so. I'll give you an extra card. How's that?
Very good.
Somebody.
But I know the plan is in place and fundraising efforts are in place for that, so they will be there. The local.
Do I need to eat before I go?
You do not.
Really?
There will be vendors there. Food will be available. Yeah.
Like what?
I'm going to have to play the new card at this point.
Here she goes. You've been there 10 times.
I have, but it changes.
Actually, I think last year was Italian beef, if I recall right.
Okay.
And it was pretty good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Like I said, I'm going to have to play the new card on that one as what the menu. The menu's still 6 weeks away.
Well, no, but there are also folks there who have popcorn and that kind of stuff.
Right. So. You come get your popcorn. That's always, I've heard gourmet popcorn is available. I think it's kind of an inside joke, but the popcorn, it was quite popular.
Well, yeah, and it is perfect time though. With it being March 2nd and 3rd, first Saturday and Sunday of March, it's the perfect time for folks to start thinking about getting out and renovating and repairing their homes.
Spring home improvements, spring cleaning. It's a great time to come out and see what's available to remodel your home and make improvements upon your home.
What's the ag part of it?
We have a couple vendors that sell ag equipment, some farm, not necessarily farm implements, but yard machines and things like that. We also have South Central FS is there. They've already confirmed for this year, and whatever services they can provide.
Wonderful. They do a great job. Okay, that's coming up. That's one of the main things coming up this year. You've also got the Apple thing coming up.
Apple Fest is in September. That's always the September event. So we get through the home show in March, and then Apple Fest will take place middle of September. I haven't looked that far ahead on the calendar to know the exact date, but it's a Saturday, typically around the 15th, 16th, along in there. That's out at Bryan Memorial Park, there north of town, and vendors come, whether it's like jewelry goods that are homemade, and there's a number of woodworkers that come to sell their products. That's a great food event as well. There's a large food aisle there with a number of vendors.
You know, the interesting thing, and I might be wrong, Fairfield has an annual dinner. Flora has an annual dinner for their chambers. Salem does it differently, don't you?
It does.
You have monthly.
We do have
lunches.
Monthly luncheons, yes. We do have our monthly luncheons.
How do you get, you're always looking for more people to get involved in that, aren't you?
Absolutely, whether volunteers to speak. I've got...
I spoke, you weren't there when I was there.
I was, actually.
Were you there?
Yeah,
Did I meet you?
Potentially, yeah.
She forgot. I didn't leave an impression. I feel terrible.
No, I remember being there. I would go to the chamber luncheons on behalf of the representative. So I had been doing that for a number of years.
When do you have the chamber luncheons?
They're the third Thursday of the month, 11:45. The doors open at the Salem Elks Club on North Broadway. Our chamber lunch is next week, the 17th, I believe. And Dan Nichols of the Salem Foundation will be our speaker.
Oh, nice.
That he is going to speak on the foundation's efforts, as well as the upcoming Evening of Honors. That is the partnership dinner between the foundation and the chamber to honor the local Salem heroes and things of that nature.
What is I guess I'm unaware of what the Salem Foundation is.
So the Salem Foundation is an organization that provides monetary assistance
to school.
To individuals
really?
in need of like electric bill help and
I see.
And things like that. There's an application.
Jeannie did talk to me about that.
Okay, there's an application process to that that the person making the request would have to go through.
Yeah.
But it's the foundation meets weekly to look those applications over.
I'll be darned. Well, all kinds of things going in Salem.
I think so.
She says there's a ton of new business coming in that she won't tell me about. She's just
tight-lipped.
She's very good at her job. She's only been there 3 months. Doggone. Coming from the political the world, she probably should be able to keep a secret. I would think.
I do my best.
She does her best. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I've got Tabitha Meador here. We're going to go on a world tour here in just a few minutes. She's just come back from Cuba, and she's going to talk all about it. Aren't you? You promised me.
I'd be happy to. Yes.
All right, wonderful. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. We're going to talk Cuba when we return back after these.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you build with Morton Buildings, you build something that lasts. And now you can build for less during Building Value Days. If you're dreaming of a personal storage building, horse barn, farm storage, home, office, insulated workshop, or even a commercial facility, take advantage of our discounted pricing on new buildings now through February 28, 2019. So don't delay. Visit mortonbuildings.com for more information.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for joining us today. My guest today is Tabitha Meador. She is the executive director of the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce, and they're doing a great job. She's very effective, maybe the best one they've had there in the last 700 years. Outstanding job. She's doing a great job, but we're done talking about that. I bring that up because she just came back from Cuba. You're like the first or second person I've ever met who actually went to Cuba and visited. How was that? Tell me all about Havana.
It was incredible. We were there a couple days, and the people are so friendly. They're so welcoming. They want Americans to come to see their country. It's the cars, the classic cars are still rolling the streets. They're everywhere. I have a number of pictures of the classic car. I started taking pictures right off the ship, thinking that this would be the only car. You see cars. In fact, we did a classic car tour, and those are actually the taxis that they use. It's an income for the.
Okay, so do the average citizens have vehicles, or what are they driving? There's whenever you see pictures of Cuba, there's not a ton of traffic.
No, there's not. I do not think they have cars, as what we would think of to jump in the car and go to town or anything. The cars are used as income.
They haven't had the Herbert Hoover, a chicken in every pot, and the car in every garage yet.
Not yet.
That's just something. Okay, all right. So you get off. You're there on a boat on a cruise trip. You get off and you go into downtown. Did you stay at a hotel or did you stay on the ship?
No, we stayed on the ship. The ship we used as our hotel. But to go to Cuba, Americans still have to participate in the people-to-people exchange.
Right.
So it's an 8-hour tour.
You can't just hop on the plane and fly down.
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
did the cruise. It was the best route for me to get there. Like I said, most economical way to get there. The people-to-people exchange, it's at least 8-hour tours. Some of them were 8 to 12 hours to tour. The first day we went out into the countryside of Viñales, which is the tobacco fields. I believe it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Are you able to wander around and explore the cities on your own and that kind of thing?
Yeah, the next morning our tour didn't leave until 9:30 or 10 o'clock, so we got up early and walked around Havana, Old Havana.
So you even outside of the outside of the people tour.
Yeah, you're given outside of your actual tour. You can walk
Carte
the
blanche.
streets. Yeah, absolutely. You can go into the bars, the nightlife, the restaurants, the hotels to look at.
What was the most unexpected thing, the most surprising thing that you saw when you were down there? What caught your eyes? Oh my gosh, I didn't expect.
To be quite honest,
like
it was the people, because Cuba's always been so elusive, and their government's been kind of off-putting, and I'm nice, I guess. But the people are just so welcoming. They want Americans to come, and they were telling us, don't let our government show up. Don't let you think that that's what we are.
Don't let the government keep you from being our friends.
Right. That's a better way to put it. So it was interesting. I would go back in a heartbeat.
No kidding. How's the food?
Much more bland than I would have expected.
Really?
Yeah.
They've got peppers all over the place in Cuba.
It was a lot more bland than what I expected. It was chicken, pork, rice.
All right, I got to ask, you're a world traveler. You've been to England.
I have been, yes.
Was it as bland as English food?
Ooh, it's been a while since I've been there. I couldn't compare. I don't remember what the food. It's been.
See, it clearly was.
It must have been. It must have been. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was not what I expected. I expected spice and heat.
Yeah, figure the Cubano sandwiches and that.
That is an American invention.
Well, I was wondering about that. Yeah. I figured jerk chicken has got to be an American invention, right?
I don't know about that, but the Cubano sandwich is a Florida invention.
Really? Mm-hmm. Learn new things every day. All right, so you go down there, you got this big wad of cash, and you're able to throw money at these people. They love you throwing American cash, right?
They do not enjoy the American cash. No,
and why? The American cash doesn't work down there.
It does not. It is not accepted. Cruise ports typically you can use American dollars, and they'll easily accept them. Cuba is a different ballgame. The exchange rates and the penalties are just too expensive for them to exchange the money themselves. So we were there on a cruise, so we walked through immigration, customs, and then the money exchange is right there. Mm-hmm. So I think the $200 that I exchanged that day got me about 170 Cuban convertible pesos, which is the money that Americans already use. They have two forms of money that the local Cubans and other tourists are able to use. Americans are more or less forced to use this current.
Really? Mm-hmm. So because of the embargo, I guess?
I guess so. There's still some government regulations that still dictate what
I'm surprised you would think that we'd be able, that Americans would be able to use the same kind of money that Germans use, or the French or the English use.
Yeah, no.
Or the Canadians, for that matter. It's just the Americans.
But the best of my memory, yeah.
I need to get some government personnel on that. All right. So you got this exchange rate. You've got 200 American dollars. You convert them down to 170. What do things cost down there? I always wonder whenever you go visiting someplace, everything has its own cost. You can go buy a beer in London for $10. You can buy the same beer in Germany for $5. You can buy the same beer in Salem for $2. Mm-hmm. What's it like in Havana and in the countryside?
Relatively cheap. Really? Our meals were included, but I think they were only about $2 or $3.
Oh, that's pretty good.
A bottle of rum was that you'd typically spend $10 or $15 on here was $1. So
wait a second.
Yeah, and the expensive rum was, I think, $1.50.
You're kidding.
No.
I can't believe you didn't bring take an empty suitcase into the country with you.
Well, there's always that challenge of coming back into the country.
Are there limitations?
There are limitations. You're allowed 1 liter of alcohol and then I think 100 Cuban cigars. Now, the cigars are expensive. They have one, forget the brand. It's escaping me now.
Fuente, Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristos were kind of middle of the road. They were $10 and $12 a piece.
Oh, really?
The higher one, and I forget which one that was. It was about $18 to $20 per cigar.
Oh dear. See, always, whenever I'm traveling or if I'm out of the country and I see Cuban cigars, I always think, my goodness, those are high dollar. And I was in Canada.
Yeah, even in Cuba they were.
Yeah, and I just kind of thought they were jacking the price up because it was so difficult to get, but they're high down there.
They're high down there too. Yeah, we did tour a tobacco farm where we saw the process of rolling the cigars, and he was able to sell us cigars, and those were $1 a piece.
Okay.
So, but he didn't have the seal on them that is government regulated. Everything's regulated by the government, but his being a private.
His being a private tour.
It was a private tour, and he rolled his cigars and then was able to sell them. So he sold them for $1 a piece.
Okay, then since you were only there a couple of days, how much? It's a big island. It's the island. What the size of? If you total footage or total square miles, probably what the size of Maryland or something.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maryland.
So I mean, it's a pretty sizable island. How much do you think were you able to see?
Oh, we just saw a couple places. We did not see the whole
island. When you talk
island.
about going to Old Havana, what's the difference between Old Havana and New Havana?
Old Havana is the historical. The buildings, I think, are 500 and 600 years old.
Oh, really?
They have a great history there. We just were able to go the square. The city's built upon their squares, like Revolution Square, and there's I think 4 or 5 squares. I should have reviewed this before I came over here. But each one of them there's buildings and nightlife and things, schools that are centralized.
There's a question.
Around those.
Do they have night clubs anymore?
I don't know if they're necessarily nightclubs. They have the bar and restaurant scene.
I mean, you see, I've seen The Godfather. I know what the Cuba looked like.
I haven't seen The Godfather.
You got to see Godfather. That's part 2. That's
okay, part 2.
You got to see Godfather part 2 before you go back to Cuba. You do want to go back to Cuba.
I do. I would go back.
What did you miss that you would want to see?
I would like to see the beaches, the coastal side. I didn't get to see more of the countryside and spend some more time. The people are so welcoming there. They want you to come into their homes. When we were touring the the tobacco fields, and the farmer, he had his home open and said, come in. Well, we as Americans were kind of not as receptive as that.
Hesitation.
Yes, hesitation. And he's like, no, come in, sit on my couch. And his son was sitting right there, and he's like, well, almost, I kind of felt like we were offending him by not sitting down and drinking coffee with his son. It was
the son sitting there playing an Xbox, or do they have Xboxes and phones?
They do not. No, cell phones. I just read something, I think last week, where cell phones were going to be able to be accessible in Cuba, but they still have payphones on the side of the street.
Maybe we can talk with Wabash. Maybe we can get some fiber down there.
Get some access down there, right?
I like that. You think if we do, you think they'd be able to send me down?
You might be able to work out something, yeah.
That'd be all right. Well, that sounds like that sounds great. That sounds like a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Tabitha, it's just been a joy to meet you.
You too.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today. That's Tabitha Meador. She is the executive director of the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce. How do folks get a hold of you?
You can contact me at the chamber office. 618-548-3010 is the phone number. You can come in anytime. We're there right on Main Street, 615 West Main Street.
Any information you need about Salem, ask Tabitha, right?
To me. Yep.
That's wonderful. Thanks a lot, Tabitha.
Thank you.
You've been watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll see you all next time. Have a great Wednesday.